Hey YT World, this your girl La Kiki, Miss D.C. that is, and I'm coming straight at you with the Netflix Circle, episode 4. It's been a busy work week. A lot of shit been on my mind from the work week, and I know I gave you 1 through 3, but the way stuff was going with my week, I could not barely have time to eat or sleep, pretty much. So we're going right into this, but before I go right into this, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Every time I say it, I always feel like I subscribe. I think I'm saying it so wrong, but it is what it is. I'm human. Make sure you like my channel. Make sure you comment, rate, do whatever you got to do. Talk that shit. I'm going to talk that shit back. We're just going to keep that shit moving. Let's keep it moving right now. So we're in episode 4. This is called Planning Doubt. So pretty much it left off with Chris and Shoebomb, aka Shooby. I don't know why I'm like literally as I've been taking notes, I've been writing all these freaking nicknames down and stuff like that, which I feel like why the hell am I doing that? It's wasting time. But anyway, they meet up at the hangout room because they are now the new blue check marks. They are the influencers. So they meet up in the hangout room and enjoy a cocktail and sushi. I'm like, I would have preferred the cocktail, not the sushi. And they pretty much was coming up with their decision who they wanted to block. Chris then gets emotional about the person he may have to block because he's the factor in deciding their future and ending someone's game, pretty much ending someone's dream and ending someone's dream to do something that might change their family lives, because he know that he came there for his mom and he wants her to have a different life than what they've been living. So I understand where he's coming from in that aspect. Joey is pretty much nervous and pretty much started a group chat. He's pretty much saying he's packing his bags, and he wants to also see if Shuby is actually this will determine whether Shuby is actually being an honest person, a true person, and a friend to him in this game. Rebecca plays an emotional card, even though Rebecca, aka Seaburn, actually knows that he's safe with these two. He's just like, let me just play the like I feel the same way card, because I don't want to be the one left out that's in this chat that think I'm pretty much that safe. But Seaburn, you should never feel like you're ever that safe in any game. Rebecca, did I say that? Okay, anyway, Shoeburn and Chris deliberates is what I say. I have this whole stretch out on my notes right now about their deliberation and the pros and the cons and things like that. It was a lot. So it was a lot for my mind to try to remember, because I got too much stuff to remember and I got too much episodes to catch up on. So I'm like, let me just write this deliberation down right now and get it in order, because I don't want to be on this video and be like, what was that? I forgot. So we're not going to do all that. We're going to be in order. So the first person that they were talking about was, of course, it's going to be Joey. And Shuby pretty much throwing it right out there. The pros, I think that Shuby has, he's genuine, he's honest, and he's upfront. And then Chris Cons is like, he's too much, too soon, over flirty, and too feisty. And I completely agree with that. But at the end of the day, Joey's going to be safe because Chris cannot push that boundary with Shuby and pushing him into a corner. So we're here to see who's safe, not who's, pretty much the person we want out. We're here to see, like, who do we want in? And then that will narrow it down. The second person they talked about was Rebecca. And, of course, this is a person that obviously Shuby wants to be there. So Chris starts with the pros. Chris says she's sweet, open-minded, and gentle. And Shuby adds, and inclusive too, and inclusive. Like she needed any more fucking, what do you call it? Now I'm stumbling. Adjectives or things like that to describe her. I don't understand. Oh no, I understand. He's fucking in love and shit. So, Rebecca is pretty much safe. The third reasoning is Mercedes. And this is Chris's girl. So you already know that's going to be a safe. But Chris cons for her is she has no cons and has been cool from Jump Street pretty much with him. He always places her as his number one, period. She is a light in the game and is not ready to turn it off. That was a good line. I really like that. She's definitely safe. So fourth was Antonio. And Chris con to him is, I feel like I don't know him at all. And Shuby Pros is saying that Antonio saved us both when he was an influencer. He had a chance to send us home. But guess what he did? He saved me. So that right there took them like, okay, yeah, I understand. But he also adds, other people see him as a catfish, but I particularly don't. I do not think that he's a catfish is what Shuby's saying. And Chris was like, interesting. He do interesting all the time. Interesting. But okay, so they talk about Sammy next. And Shoeborn Pro is Shoebomb, aka Shuby. I'm gonna say Shuby. His name is so annoying to say, but I'm sorry if anybody about to feel pissed off about what I'm saying. But it is annoying. It is what it is. Like, if your name is annoying, it's annoying. I'm not trying to come for cultures or whatever like that. It's annoying like shit. It's too much name for me. I'm just saying. He said he's one of the sweetest people I've met. She's one of the sweetest people I've met. She helped me a lot when I felt isolated, and she's really authentic. And the cons would be her second picture seemed extremely inconsistent to her first one. And here go Chris again. Interesting you brought up these details. Good catch or whatever. Okay, now we have the alert, and all the players are on high. They're just like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I'm gonna pack my bags now. Oh my God, feeling my gut. And Shuby's like, I know what they're feeling right now because I felt the same thing in my pit of my stomach and da-da-da-da. So pretty much the influencers came together, did their little speech schmeal. Guess who was blocked? By elimination, of course, it was going to be Antonio. So Antonio is blocked. Joey is ecstatic because Joey thinks that Shuby is his man. He really is loyal to him, and he sees the fake for the real, and so on and so on. And Antonio feels betrayed by Shuby because that was his guy. Shuby was my guy. Like, I didn't think Shuby was going to send me home, like, literally. And then here goes another alert. And obviously, the next alert is always the player that's going home gets to meet another player. So here we go, walking down this hallway. This hallway probably like 2 or 3 doorways away from each other. That's why every time you hear somebody walking, everybody's turning like this in the camera, like, because they hear people, they hear somebody, hear footsteps or something. Because everybody, them things are probably pencil thin. You probably hear everything that's going on for real. Out in the hallway, at least at that point. I'm not sure. But anyway, Antonio meets Mercedes, and he pretty much laughs all the way out loud at that shit. Like, literally, he walks in, he's like thinking first of all, I got a question. Mr. Antonio, you came in playing your goddamn self, right? If you was to get out of the game, you had any choice to meet anybody. You chose to meet a chick. So what was you trying to slide real quick? Slide a number in or something? Like, what was you thinking about? Because that ain't sitting too well for me if I was a girlfriend back home. Like, oh, so your last thing was to meet Mercedes? Like, oh, you was going to say, why you, I thought we had a connection, I thought, why you get me out the game and da-da-da. Like, you was going to try to throw your little stuff in. You going to try to throw your spiel in on live TV, though? Yeah, girlfriend. I think you want to check him when he get home. Because that right there was sketchy to me. I was like, why is he not going for Joey to be like, Like, dog, why was you trying to compete with me? Like, we could have been a team together. Like, da 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 da. You chose Mercedes because you was trying to slide. You was trying to be sneaky as shit and slide up in that joint. But then you found out it was a stud. Your face like shit. Pick it up. Put it there. But anyway, Antonio asked her why'd she catfish. And Mercedes said she's been judged all her life. And would you have spoken to me if I put my picture up and you see me like this or whatever? Like, don't everybody talk to everybody with their picture up like anything, like shit? Like, you could be anything. I mean, you could put a cat up there and be like, oh no, a cat can't be a catfish, you know? No, I'm just saying. That was dumb as hell. That was a dumb analogy, but but you know what I'm saying. You could put anything up there. You could have been anybody else. It could have been a grandmother. And you'd be like, I know a grandmother is speaking to me like this. Like, it's hip grandmothers out there. So it's not like 1920s, 1950s, whatever. It's grandmothers out here doing Beyonce dances and stuff like that. So you could have been a granny and they would have been like, oh, she a hip granny. You could have been yourself in anything. Like, I think you're judging yourself harder than anybody would have cared to judge you, because people are more relatable to freaking doms in this modern time. We're more relatable to doms than a freaking materialistic Mercedes, pretty much. But whatever. So she says everything that she said to him was 100%. She was 100% herself. She was just the picture was just not her, pretty much. You're not telling the truth at all, because you weren't 100% yourself, because you were not acting as though you were a lesbian. You were acting as though you were open to all people and playing females, which the person you played is right in front of you right now, Antonio. So you were not 100% yourself. So you can stop that shit. I'm just saying. She chose Mercedes because he asked her, why you choose that name? She said, because that's my middle name. That's my actual middle name. So they actually bond, and Antonio leaves in a good state, you know, and saying, you're going to win this money. And she starts to get emotional and stuff and saying, you know, you about to see the outside though. Like, I envy you and all that, because you like, what? You about to win 100K. Like, I come back in here if you want to be in the outside that bad. Like, girl, bye. Then as soon as he leaves, you like, sorry, Antonio. Girl, fake as hell. Like, that's all I got from that. So there was a news feed update, and obviously the next day messages are left from the person who was blocked and booted out the hotel or apartment complex, whatever that shit that is. Antonio left a message, and Antonio's message that was left was an eye-opener for the players, because he confirmed who, not confirmed who he met, but he said, the person I met wasn't all what they seem. Catfish. You know, so everybody was going crazy, and they was like, nobody going to admit that they met him now. So this about to be a real investigation. So that gets people thinking. And pretty much Shuby checks in on Joey in the chat. Joey feels bad that Antonio was not actually a catfish. He was 1,000% sure that Antonio was a catfish, but he was 1,000% wrong that Antonio was a catfish. And now he don't know what to do. He said, man, I don't know where to go in this game. I don't know what to believe, because I really truly believe in my heart that Antonio was a catfish. No, you was just jealous like shit. You was just hating on him, and you wanted to be the one man standing type of thing. Like, you put it on the catfish, but really was on the battle between y'all two. That's what it was. They bring in Chris to form some kind of alliance, pretty much. Chris is not feeling the bromance at all. And Shuby thinks Chris will go back and just leak all the information they saying in the chat right there to the girls. And you are absolutely right. Chris ain't thinking about y'all. He only thinking about himself. So Chris hashtags their alliance as Destiny's Child with a love heart emoji. With a heart emoji. First of all, we're bros, and I'm not going to be named Destiny's Child. And then everybody know that Destiny's Child, they broke up and they had been replaced with several different people. So are you saying this is an alliance that can be broken and you can get rid of me at any time and replace me with other random people that people don't know about, and we just still Destiny's Child. Like, oh, you're the Beyonce because you made up the group. That, to me, that would have already clicked. So I don't know how they didn't come back and just like, in their own private chat together. Like, that don't sound right. So we're going to X out Chris, right? Because who the heck is a Destiny's Child? Like, why would we want to be that? And that's shady to me, saying Destiny's Child. All right, that's a breakable bond. So next, that's what they should have did, but whatever. Because I'm not sure how many times they can actually chat with each other in a day. I don't know any of that information. I don't know if I want to know that information neither, because that would ruin everything for me. Like, you should be able to chat unlimited time of chatting to get to know people. People just probably choose not to chat so much because they don't want to slip up on the games if they're catfish. But you should be able to have the option to do how many chats you want in a day. But pretty much Sammy chats with Mercedes. She named the chat I Come in Peace. Mercedes was just joking about it. Mercedes takes the pressure off herself by pretty much diverting it onto Rebecca and Joey. And Sammy was at first sketched out about it, but then she later takes the bait. She takes the bait like shit, and Mercedes say that she say that good shit to her. Like, yeah, you know, I don't understand this. Like, I wasted my lashes. I dressed up and everything, and he ain't come visit me. We had the most chats together, and he ain't come and visit me at all. Like, spread it on extra thin like shit. Like, Sammy, you're gullible as shit. Like, anybody can say anything to you. You be mad at one sense, and then the next minute, like, oh, that made up. Oh, that makes sense. I understand. Gullible as shit, girl. No wonder why your dating life probably was some hell, or is continuing. Miranda chats with Joey pretty much. She chats about Antonio's video. She wants to know who he thinks is catfishing, and Joey thinks it's somebody that they both actually is attracted to and really want to get to know, and they think it's Sammy. And pretty much after that weird conversation, it just jumped straight into Miranda start flirting with Joey, like off the quick shit. Like, what? Like, what did it, like, how did it get here? How did it get here like shit? So pretty much Joey started flirting back with her, I guess, because he was like, this awkward, but it was an awkward ass flirt back. They end up chatting about family, and then Miranda gets real emotional because she never had a family like Joey, and she tells him that pretty much is a blessing that she has that he has a family that you can go to, because she started talking about how her and her brothers was in foster care and things like that, but she then later cleans it up, and she says, you know, but I'm stronger for it, and that's why I am who I am now. So it's a blessing, not a curse. It is what it is. Life goes on, you know, all that good shit. Then a game comes on, appears on their screen, and it's called Nailed It, Failed It. And the players must recreate a cake masterpieces. The cake with the most likes will earn their baker a special prize. Pretty much all their materials was given to them at the door, because I was thinking, like, where in the world will this material appear where I'm supposed to be fucking cake boss and shit. I'm just trying to figure out. And of course, this is not actually a real cake, I don't believe. If so, they skipped a whole rack of recording for them, like, actually baking the shit or whatever, because it went straight to the fondue part, and the freaking Play-Doh like fondue-esque to me. Pretty much at the end, Joey's cake was a mess. Pretty much, he was a mess cake. This is all out of order, so it's not in no particular order, but I'm just saying, Joey's cake was a mess. Shuby makes a whole, aka Shoe Bomb, he makes a whole different cake in essence. Like so you're not good at directions, and when you can't do something and you fell in something, you just try to recreate and make up the difference. Like, no, I wanted it exactly the way I wanted it. If I'm the person ordering the cake, I want it exactly like this picture. Don't come back and show me your little version of this. I don't care how beautiful your version is. You didn't do the way I liked it. Done. And the cake is free. Mercedes cake looked almost identical to the original cake, actually. Chris cake just looks okay to me. It was just okay. Miranda cake looked very great. Like, it looked very good. I would say to me, I would say she would have been number 2 because I actually like Mercedes better. Sammy's cake is good, but it's just bland. It's boring. Just like her personality is dry. All her chats is dry and boring and just of no substance at all. Plus, she didn't have no zebra on the cake, period. Rebecca cake is just adorable. Oh, Rebecca, oh, the cake was adorable. But at the end, Miranda won the cake contest. And like I said, I preferred Mercedes cake, you know. But it is what it is. And of course, Sammy is like annoyed because she's still mad at Miranda. So at anything Miranda do, anything Miranda win, whatever, she's going to be annoyed just like she was at Alana. So she pretty much won a video that she could add to her profile pretty much. So everyone reviews Miranda video. And she has like a cute little loop in her bikini, just like rolling, just rolling, just rolling, just rolling, just rolling, just rolling. It's like a cute little loop or whatever. And Shuby and Rebecca is skeptical about Miranda's video because her tattoos that's being showed on her kneecap, I think it's her left kneecap that's being showed in the video. It's not the same as her pictures that when she was on the freaking rock or something on the beach, and she does have a tattoo right there. Like, WTF, I put WTF, really? Mofos. You can have a picture where you didn't have a tattoo before, and I just got a new tattoo this week. You ever heard of I wasn't born with tattoos? Like they said in the video. To Shuby, somebody needs to tell Shuby, Miranda wasn't born with tattoos. Like, people aren't born with them. So obviously, I had this picture that I showed you of a couple years ago, or maybe in the same year. It's just not the same month. Then the next picture, the loop that I have is me with a new tat. It ain't that hard. Do you see my face? Is my face still like almost directly correct? All right then, like, dumbass. That was a dumbass comment for somebody that's supposed to be so smart. Her tattoos is not in this picture, but her tattoo is in this picture. Why would somebody be that obvious of a catfish that they would even do that? They wouldn't even put that loop up if they know that people would know, oh, they would know that I had a tattoo in this picture and I don't have a tattoo in that picture. That's just dumb as shit. But okay, so Miranda private chats with Sammy, and Sammy tells her that her feelings are hurt because she called her a catfish in front of everybody. Miranda's like, I didn't call Sammy a catfish, but you lied. You pretty much said catfish much? Like, what was that? What the fuck was that supposed to mean? Catfish much? That was you calling her a catfish in front of everybody, and you didn't get the context. Like, you know you was wrong when you had to have a private chat with her just to see how her feelings were. Then obviously you knew you did something wrong. Bitch, don't pull that card at all. But anyway, Miranda apologized if she was confused by her comment and thinks she is gorgeous. Bitch, don't try to clean it up with, I think you're gorgeous. I would never think you were catfish and all that. Maybe you missed the comments. No, maybe, bitch, you missed the comments. You misunderstood the shit. I understood shit. You said catfish much? Bitch, you saying I'm a catfish. Don't try to clean it up with I'm gorgeous. God knows I'm gorgeous. I know I'm gorgeous. Thanks. I didn't need your fucking gorgeous. Okay? That's what I got out the whole situation. That was annoying like shit just to see, like, No. Go back. Skip over that bullshit about cute and shit. Like, what was the line you said before you said that shit? Okay, catfish much? Yeah, okay. Anyway, they end up making up because, like I said, Sammy is gullible as shit, and all she wants is somebody to say, "I apologize. I want to be up your ass. I didn't mean to say that to you. You are the most beautiful thing. I like you over everyone. I want to talk to you first." All she want to do is hear that shit, and she's good enough to go. So now she back in good graces and shit with her. Like, you fake as shit. Both of y'all go arm in arm. So they make up and have a friendly competition of who can get Joey to send the dirtiest flirt emoji. All right, like that's any competition. Pretty much. Chris chats with Mercedes because that's his number one, right? He asks, "What do you think about Miranda's video?" And Mercedes brings up, what do you think about Miranda's video? I actually forgot. I forgot what notes I was about to put right there because it immediately skips to Mercedes bringing up Antonio's meeting with her and says that he told her that Joey was a catfish to throw Chris off of her being a catfish. She wanted to bring it up because she felt like that was her number one, and I got to bring it up to him so that I can be out of it. So, but it was weird the fact that you brought it back up and he was talking about Miranda. You look sketchy as shit, but by bringing it up when it was nothing in the conversation, like that was still running on your mind that deep. I'm going to sit back and ponder. You just know I'm your number one, so you just had to like get me off that train. Yeah, I'm not trusting you. So Chris he was sketched out, and he actually leads the conversation first, as usual, as he usually do, and was like, I got to think about that because I'm just going to sit back, mind my business like I've been doing, and I'm just going to ponder on the shit. So that's what he does. Then we have a new player arriving, and his name is Alex. He's 32. He's from Los Angeles, California. He's an artist slash cheesemonger. What the hell is a cheesemonger? Can somebody direct me to the information in the comments about what a cheesemonger is and how the fuck is that a profession? But actually he's not employed at the moment all at the same fucking time. So what's the point of even introducing you as you were an artist and a cheesemonger? I was everything else, but I'm not right now. So what is your current status? You're a fucking unemployed white dude. Like, it was hard to say that, so you had to like bring back that you did have something, but you just recently no, motherfucker. You could just say you unemployed 32-year-old living in California. All right. He's married to a lady named Gina for 2 years, and their children is their 2 cats. That's the typical Cali profile. So I get you there. He will actually be playing a catfish named Adam. And he said Adam's interests will be sports, gym, and just being athletic. And obviously Adam is just the more sexy one because Alex is more nerdy, geeky, and things like that. And obviously not fit like Adam. So we'll see how this story goes right here. Actually, I already watched the next episode, so I'm about to dive right into the 5th episode after this. So yeah, we're just going right into it. And then after that, I'll have to end up watching 6, 7, and 8. I'll probably watch 6 tonight and do 7 and 8, 7 and 8 tomorrow. So I holla, bye.